My name is Marilo. I am official tourist guide of Toledo, and I am going to accompany you this afternoon in the guided tour through Toledo. You see to the right hand side the main entrance gate to the city, which is the so-called Bisagra gate. And we go first to the front, the Tavera Hospital, which is the second modern hospital.
Hi friends,
founded in the city.
we are in a city called Toledo, which was the former capital of former capital of Spain.
School. And
Later,
in the church you can see the last paintings that El Greco painted before his death at the year 1614 in Toledo. The next building is a hotel that was before a college founded by the Queen Maria Cristina, Spanish Queen. You are going to see the bullfightings arena of Toledo, the place where bullfightings take place, but the most important, the main one, is Las Ventas in Madrid. The bullfightings arena of Toledo was built at the year 1863. Until then, bullfightings took place. Bullfightings there at the main square of the city, Square. And before we go close to the river, to be able to see the, according to the Japanese, nicest panoramic view of the world at night, we will see the north part of the city with the so-called La Sagra area, and behind the tree you see an sculpture of a king riding a horse and with a sword up. The swords from Toledo are famous since the Roman period, more than 2,000 years ago. And the main represented in the sculpture is the King Alfonso VI, the one that reconquered Toledo for the Christians at the year 1086, about 1,000 years ago. We will see El Tajo River, which is the most important element of the city. The Tajo River surrounded the old city center that was configured in the Third Bronze Age, when this river made a cut into the Iberian half island. For that reason, the word Tajo, Tejo in Portugal, is the name of the river. The Tajo River is the longest river of the Iberian half island, and it is born in Teruel and it finishes in Lisbon, the capital of Portugal. And it crosses the Iberian half island in diagonal sense. You see the river to the left. From here you can see the north panoramic view of the city, and you can see the hugest building, the square one, is the military fortress, the so-called Alcázar. Because of charity, the military academy, till it was moved to the other side of the river, and today half is the military museum of Spain, and the other half is the regional library of Castilla-La Mancha. And it's also a very important building because at the Alcázar of Toledo, the military fortress, it began the end of the civil war of Spain at the year 1936. Giramos por aquí of Islamic origin, that means the bridge, so that should be the bridge of the bridge. Over the bridge, at the front you see the train station, a neo-mudéjar style building with the clock tower. We've got in Toledo only the so-called AVE, the quickly train that connects Toledo with Madrid. And from here you can see the side of this hospital Tavera to the right, and you can see the upper part of the towers of the Bisagra gate, this main entrance gate to the city center of Toledo, the so-called Alcázar. It is about 600 meters over the sea level. From here you can admire this up to the left high you can see the military academy, which is one of the most important military academies of Spain. And you can see the nature protected area around El Tajo River, and you can see how there is a way close to the river on both sides where you can go walking or riding a bicycle or jogging. The most typical sport activity in Toledo at weekends is to go for a walk around the panoramic view. The problem of today, it is such a windy day that it is dangerous to be for a long time close to trees in order to avoid the damages. To the right you can see the military fortress and the remains of the Roman aqueduct that the Romans built at the 2nd century before Christus to pick the water from 35 kilometers away to the city of Toledo. You can see how the city is built over a huge granite mountain. You can see it very well. To the left and to the right is covered with green grass, and the building to the right is a church that belongs. One of them are smaller and the ones of Castile much smaller. Look how amazing is the panoramic view from here. We will make a short stop in order for you to be able to take pictures from this amazing panoramic view, and you can see on the right hand side to the east this military fortress, the so-called Alcázar, in the heart of the old Muslim quarter of Toledo. In the middle you can see the cathedral. We are going to visit the Cathedral of Toledo when we do the walking tour. The Cathedral of Toledo is the main cathedral of Spain, and the Bishop of Toledo is the most important authority in the Catholic Church of Spain. And the cathedral is located in the heart of the old Christian quarter. And at the corner, at the west part of the city, began the old Jewish quarter. The city of Toledo is known as the city of the three cultures because during the Middle Ages there has been living together Jewish, Christian and Muslims. And
Toledo, the most panoramic view from this vantage point. It's quite windy here, unimaginably blowing us off our feet. I'm not able to hold on to the mobile. Till the city of Lisbon, the capital of Portugal,
where the river finished. From here at the front you can see how huge is the military academy in front of this military fortress, the so-called Alcázar. And we go back to the old escalators to be able to arrive the old city century when the Romans were expelled by the Visigoths. The Visigoths were the dominant population till the end of the 8th century when they were expelled by the Muslims, and the Muslims were the dominant population till the end of the 11th century when the city was reconquered by the king Alfonso VI. She always used to live in rooms of the upper floor of the cloister of the Cathedral of Toledo, the monument that we are going to visit in a very short time, and which is the most important monument of Toledo. To visit Toledo because every important facts of the story of Spain happened in the city of Toledo. When the capital was moved to Madrid, it began the decadence of the city. But at the 18th century the city became very famous again because it was founded the Royal Weapon Fabric, and at this Royal Weapon Fabric they produced so of such a good quality was to add sand from El Tajo River in the iron forge process. And at the Middle Age the knights from whole countries of Europe they commissioned to the Toledan iron forge meisters all of her weapons, her swords, their armors, their helmets, and every items for the war they were manufactured in Toledo.
The Cathedral of Toledo is a Roman Catholic church which is an impressive example of medieval Gothic architecture. It was begun in 1226 under the rule of King Ferdinand III, and the last Gothic contributions were made in the 15th century when, in 1493, the vaults of the central nave were completed during the time of the Catholic monarchs. It is built with white limestone. It is remarkable for its incorporation of light and features the Baroque altar called El Transparente, several stories high, with the fantastic figures of stucco, paintings, bronze castings, and multiple colors of marble, which is a medieval masterpiece. The Mozarabic chapel still uses the Hispano-Mozarabic rite and music. It was commissioned in 1504 by Cardinal Cisneros to celebrate the Mozarabic Hispanic rite that had been preserved by the Mozarabs, that is, the Christians in Islamic territory. Toledo Cathedral is one of Spain's greatest and ranks among the top 10 cathedrals in Spain, and it is also the seat of the Metropolitan Archdiocese of Toledo. It measures 390 feet in length, 194 feet in width, and 146 feet in height, and contains 5 naves supported by 88 pillars and 72 vaults. The statue of the smiling Madonna and Child in the choir room of Toledo Cathedral is a sight to behold. Here you see the child Jesus caressing the chin of Mother Mary.
And this is the choir room, which is the place for the priest of the cathedral to follow the liturgy in the main altar and in the choir room. We can go inside to see the wonders. So, and in the choir room you can see 2 of the 3 main organs that I used to play music for the cathedral. Today everything is prepared because in an hour and a half there will be a special concert, a charity concert to help to an institution For that reason, we are not able to go behind the other places. But you can see
The Toledo Cathedral contains more than 100 holy relics, and the following are the most important among them. Fragments of the lignum crucis, that is, the wood of the cross, the thorns of the crown of Christ, the purple tunic of Christ, the towel Jesus girded and washed the feet of the apostles on Good Friday, the sheet with which he wrapped his body in the womb, and the clothes of his childhood, and also the milk of the Virgin Mary. The Vatican claims that the breast milk of Mary was first contained in milk grotto in Bethlehem. The milk made the rock white, and the powder from the rock was collected and venerated as it was believed to have healing powers. One of the greatest contributions of these relics was made by King Saint Louis of France around 1248. However, the reliquary of Toledo Cathedral is not accessible to tourists because of the spiritual, religious, and sacred character of the objects that these reliquaries have preserved since ancient times. The only way to visit the reliquaries is through the website of the Cathedral of Toledo. The Cathedral of Toledo is one of the three 13th century high Gothic cathedrals in Spain and is considered to be the magnum opus of the Gothic style in Spain. The great monstrance of Arfe, the most important object kept in the chapel of the treasure, is made of the finest silver and gold and bejeweled with gems. It measures over 10 feet tall. The monstrance is famous for being used in the annual feast of Corpus Christi of Toledo. Smiling Madonna and Child, that is the Virgin Blanca, in the choir room of Toledo Cathedral is a sight to behold. Here you see the child Jesus caressing the chin of Mother Mary. There is also a statue of alabaster behind the choir inside Toledo Cathedral. The polychrome alabaster statue was made in the 16th century.
Aquí estamos, mira. Madre mía, eso han dicho. Qué rollo de entrada.
fish, it is to hammer, like this still is closed, put into the fire with a chemical treatment for protection, okay? There are two different designs. The classic one, the Moorish style with geometrical lines, and the Spanish design with Persian flowers. Also there are three different levels. First level, the pieces are made by hand with more bone and more details, made by masters.